In the next video, we're going to go ahead and create documents using rulers and guides. They're actually really good in order to position things if you want perfect alignment. Let's go ahead and get to it. So number one says open Photoshop CC. We've already done that. It wants us to go to the file menu and click new. Okay, so at the very top of your file and new, use the photo as a default preset and change the size to landscape 8x10, then okay. So up here in the document type, there's a few document types: US paper, international paper, photo, web, all the way down. Very handy, so that way you don't have to memorize all of the photo paper sizes. It's good to know them though. You know, US paper is 8.5 by 11. Lots of different photo sizes, as you can see. The standards 4x6, 5x7, 8x10, and so on. Web and video, and you can see there's lots of video sizes as well. So that's us to do photo, and wants us to do landscape 8x10. There we go. Push OK, and there we have it. So now it's asking us to open the view menu and click rulers. So at the top here we have view, and over here it says to click rulers. Well, it looks like mine are on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them off, and then I'm going to turn them back on. So you can see no check mark means they're off. Check mark means they're now on. Now just a quick way also to turn rulers on your keyboard, I want you to look for the command button, so hold that down and then click R. So think command ruler to turn it off and on. A much easier way, but on the test it's probably not going to have you do that. It's going to want you to do view and rulers. But just so you know, in the industry or in any kind of field, working faster is always the most efficient way, so please use command R to turn your rulers on and off. Okay, so what it wants us to do now is right click one of the rulers and click pixels, just like that, and there we go. So I change it from inches to pixels, and we are now going to create a vertical guide. So what are guides? Guides are actually these hidden little things that are inside of these rulers. They're right in there right now waiting for you to pull them out. You can actually pull up pretty much an unlimited amount of guides, and once you pull them out, there are different ways that you can, again, align photos, align objects, depending on what you're doing in Photoshop. So let's see what they want us to do with these guides. So it says create one horizontal and one vertical guide by clicking and dragging the horizontal and vertical rulers. So go right in here. Again, they're hidden in there. You can just go ahead and go into the ruler and grab and drag it down, and there it is. There's one, and that is my vertical ruler. I'm going to go over here, grab and drag. And again, it doesn't matter where it is, it's anywhere in these rulers. Drag across, and now I have a horizontal and a vertical. Just go ahead and grab my move tool here. I'm just going to move it further along. Okay, so that is done. Now it wants us to open the view menu and click new guide. So view and new guide. There we go. And it wants us to position the new guide at 500 and click OK. Now, position at 500 and it says px, that stands for pixels. You could probably see why now I wanted us to change this to pixels. So my guess is if I have a vertical ruler, vertical going up and down, if I type 500 like they want me to, so 500, my guess is that it's going to show up somewhere in, actually right here, 400, 500, 600. And let's see if that works. Push OK. And there it is, exactly where I thought it was going to be. So now it wants us to open the Photoshop menu, click Guides, Grids, and Slices. Now, again, with a confusion, they're not really saying the correct terminology, so instead of Photoshop Menu, it's Photoshop Preferences. So we're going to go up here into Photoshop, going to go down here to Preferences, and we're going to go ahead and go down to Guides, Grids, and Slices. Now, you could always go here to General, and then on the left-hand side, look for that as well. And there we are. So in Guides, Grids, and Slices, it wants us to change the color of your guides to green and change the style to dashed lines. Okay. So Guides, change that to green, and we're going to change that to dashed lines. I push OK, and look at that. So as we zoom in, you can see now I have dashed lines that are green for my guides. And open the view menu and click lock guides, view menu, and we can now lock our guides, and now our guides are locked. So our guides are locked, so I'm not able to move them around. They're stuck. If I unlock them, I can always grab the move tool and I can move them around if I need to. Now that you're done, it says save your work, but guess what I want you to do? You are right. I want you to Command Shift 4. We're going to screenshot this. And please, again, make sure your name is there. Drag your square. And there you go. And the last one is snap to it. I'm going to let you do this on your own. I'm going to show you where it is, but you should be able to get through the rest of it on your own, making sure that you making sure that you take your screenshot after you have manipulated your image. Where do I find the 2 up vertical, number 2? It wants us to open 2 images in Photoshop. I'll just start that for you. So let's go ahead and bring up this one here, and why not this one here. Oh, so I actually did something that I should have done. I opened 2 images on top of each other. It's a good little lesson here. So I don't want 2 images on top of each other. Let's get rid of this one here. I actually want this second image, and I'm going to have it, I'm going to pull it right up here into this area here, and that should open up in its own place. Now, this is great. I have 2 separate images. The only problem is what if I want to move one into another? So I want to take this image and put it on top of the other one, just like I did before. Well, I can't because they're separate. So how do I see both images at the same time? And that's this. Open the screen and in the 2 up vertical. So where is the 2 up vertical? Where do I see it? It's actually up in here, Window, and Arrange. They fail to tell you that, but it's always in there. So if I go to Window, Arrange, you're going to see 2 up vertical. That's going to show you in a certain way. And it's going to show you both of them at the same time in a certain way. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to do some of these. Hopefully you're able to do that. Once again, take a screenshot when you're done. Once you have all of your screenshots, what do? You're going to put them together in an InDesign document or a PowerPoint. Please make sure you label all of them clearly and then submit to Schoology.